Hello everybody, this is Ellswood Studios and welcome to the video. 2025 marks the 80th anniversary of the Railway series, the collection of books all about the trains on Sodor written by the Reverend Wilbert Awdry and his son Christopher. To mark this auspicious occasion, plenty of people have been coming up with their own ways to celebrate, and amongst them, the toy companies. Now, of course, everyone who's ever been a fan of Thomas will also have their preferred toy line to collect. I personally collect two different ones, that being Wooden Railway and Plarail Trackmaster. In fact, as it happens, toy companies created a special toy specifically for the 80th anniversary, and I collected one. Once it arrived, I then went through the rest of my collection to see what I had, and started making notes of which engines or rolling stock I had, how many of them I had, and what different variations I had. Now, at that point, I realized a lot of people actually tend to show off their collections on YouTube, and I've decided I might as well do the same. In this video, I will specifically be looking at my Trackmaster and Plarail collection. So all aboard, sit back, and enjoy the ride. Now then, before I begin, one thing I should mention is the difference between Trackmaster and Plarail, because on the surface, there really isn't that much difference between them. Plarail was made by the Japanese toy firm, the Tomy Takara company, and were initially sold globally. However, following Hit Entertainment's acquisition of the Thomas franchise, they decided to have all their toys built in-house by their own toy company, Fisher-Price, and then eventually this moved on to Mattel. And as such, starting in 2007, they stopped the Tomy Plarail line and instead created their own almost identical range, Trackmaster. Though over time, Trackmaster has become a lot more different to Plarail. Crucially, though, Trackmaster became the norm in 2007. However, in the UK, they continued to sell Plarail up until 2010. And in Japan, they still sell Plarail even to this day. Therefore, most Plarail items can only be found in Japan. But with that out of the way, let's start with where most collection videos start, and that is my standard gauge engines, starting with the steam engines. Here's Thomas, Edward, Henry, Gordon, James, Percy, Toby, Duck, Donald, Douglas, Oliver, Emily, Bill, Ben, Stepney, Harvey, Arthur, Spencer, Neville, Molly, Stanley, Rosie, Hero, Bash, Dash, Ferdinand, Stephen, Trackmaster Revolution Flying Scotsman, and Lady. Here are my diesel engines. Diesel, Mavis, Salty, Dennis, Paxton, Splatter, Dodge, and Diesel 10. Here are my narrow gauge engines: Skarloey, Renius, Sir Handel, Peter Sam, Rusty, Duncan, Duke, Fearless Freddy, 2 Mighty Max, Luke, and Victor. Here are my extra engines and alternative versions. Starting off with 3 of the old style Plarail Thomases in various states and conditions. Steam Along Thomas, New Style Thomas, Surprise Face Thomas from Thomas and the Jet Engine, Thomas The Adventure Begins, Streamline Thomas, 60th Anniversary Celebration Thomas, 80th Anniversary Railway Series Thomas, and a rare item all the way from Japan, Oigawa Railway Thomas. This is specifically modelled on the engine mocked up to look like Thomas that we dealt with Thomas events on the Oigawa Railway in Japan. Moving swiftly on now, James Goes Buzz Buzz, James The Adventure Begins, and the other Oigawa Railway engine, Oigawa Railway James, Percy's Chocolate Crunch, A Close Shave for Duck, Patchwork Hero, and Yellow Renius. Moving on now to rolling stock, starting with my standard gauge coaches. I have 3 pairs of Annie and Clarabelle. Clarabelle from the Steam Along Thomas set, Annie and Clarabelle from the Streamline Thomas pack, and 80th Anniversary Railway Series Annie and Clarabelle. Henrietta, 60th Anniversary Old Slow Coach, 6 green express coaches, 4 red express coaches, 2 special visitors coaches, 2 Emily's coaches, 2 red branch line coaches, 2 alternate red branch line coaches, and 2 extremely rare blue branch line coaches, 2 tramway coaches, 4 Sodor mail coaches, 3 of the original Tomy coaches that used to come with the original Tomy engines before they decided which rolling stock to give which engine. And finally, I have coaches from the Oigawa Railway. I have a brown one that came with James, and I have 2 orange ones painted the same kind of livery as Annie and Clarabelle that came with Thomas. Here are my standard gauge trucks. We have Scruffy after he's been rebuilt, 8 grey troublesome trucks, 9 black troublesome trucks, a yellow troublesome truck, a brown troublesome truck, 2 of Lady's troublesome trucks, 3 of Diesel 10's troublesome trucks, 4 grey faceless trucks, a green faceless truck, a red faceless truck, a brown faceless truck, Sodor milk truck, 2 Blue Mountain Quarry trucks, McColl's Farm truck, McColl's Farm opening truck, Rattling milk truck, 60th Anniversary Celebration Rock and Roll truck, 6 troublesome vans, a blue van, Cattle Truck, Trackmaster Salt Van, Trackmaster Revolution Salt Van, Troublesome Tanker, 2 Milk Tankers, 2 Tar Tankers, 3 Fuel Tankers, an unmarked tanker, 2 Flammable Chemical Tankers, 60th Anniversary Chocolate Tanker, 2 green flatbeds, a red flatbed, a grey flatbed, 2 log trucks, and Bash and Dash's logging trucks. Here are my brake vans, trains, and other rolling stock. Toad, 2 grey brake vans, a green brake van, 2 Trackmaster brake vans, and the 60th Anniversary Celebration brake van. Rocky, 2 breakdown trains, the green work coach, Splatter and Dodge's gold work coach, Plarail fire tender, Trackmaster fire tender, Chinese dragon, jet engine, the aquarium cars, a bee, and Harold the helicopter. Here is my narrow gauge rolling stock. 6 blue coaches, 2 red coaches, a green coach, 2 of Mighty Max coaches, 2 wooden slate trucks, 1 slate truck with a metal frame, 3 Blue Mountain Quarry slate trucks, gunpowder van, 3 blue Trackmaster brake vans, and a red Trackmaster brake van. Here is my cargo, and as you can see, I've got a lot. So much it doesn't even fit into one picture. I have 2 sets of paint cans, 5 stacks of logs, 2 crates of fish, 5 large packages, 5 small packages, 7 lots of bricks, a pile of sacks, 4 sets of oil drums, 3 crates of fruit, 2 sets of barrels, 3 sets of milk churns, 2 sets of balloons, 4 sets of slate, 2 sets of blue slate, 8 pieces of stone, 4 pieces of coal, 2 pieces of blue stone, and a selection of tools. Here are my road vehicles. Bertie, Bulgy, Bulgy the mobile vegetable stand, Terence, non-motorised Terence from the Ultimate Pack, Trevor, Caroline, Elizabeth, and Flynn, although the Plarail and Trackmaster versions seem better off running on track rather than on road. Here is my boat, Bulstrode, and my aircraft, Jeremy the jet plane. Next we have some of the much older versions of Tomy trains. These items, along with the dark blue track they ran on, are incredibly rare. Here's Edward, Percy, Annie and Clarabelle, 2 troublesome trucks, an old Tomy train consisting of an engine, a coach, a hopper, a flatbed with a crate and a caboose, and a push-along maintenance vehicle. Finally, you have my structures and destinations. I have 8 single engine sheds. I have 2 Knapford stations, although unfortunately the roofs are broken. Barker Station, or Farquhar Station as some people pronounce it. Ellsbridge Station. Dryor Station. Laithwaite Station. Wellsworth Station. Wellsworth Station Pedestrian Bridge. Stodor Station. Brendam Docks. Stodor Airport. Water Tower and Coaling Station. Toby's Windmill. Harold's Helipad. 2 single tunnels. A double tunnel. The Road Over Rail Tunnel. And I believe this last one is called Roller Coaster Mountain. Finally, I have some old Tomy structures. I have an old platform, along with 2 drivers, and the Fat Controller himself, Sir Topham Hatt. I have an old station that used to make sounds, but sadly no longer works. We have an old work site, 2 old workshops, and an old tunnel. And that brings us to the end of the video. Feel free to leave your thoughts below in the comments, and I'll see you again soon.